do you mean? I'm telling you the truth.
Nobody jumped out. Oh, damn it.
Buck's gone.
I picked on him on my foot.
When cops have to arrest their friends. Let's check it out real quick. Featuring my dog because she's a brat.
Cops are usually dealing with people and criminals they've never seen before. But what happens when instead it's their own friends that they have to arrest?
We'll
Ain't
get
nobody
you, buddy.
jumped out, Buck.
Yes, they did. Kevin, did they
Stay
not?
out of this, Kevin.
Here are 3 examples of this happening, starting with the case of Buck Preston.
Buck,
What?
you know you ain't got,
Damn, Michael.
you know you ain't got a driver's
Michael.
license.
Don't do this, please.
I got to.
Man, goddamn, Michael. Please.
I got to.
No, listen to me.
No.
Please, just listen
Sheriff
to me.
sent me.
The sheriff.
Sheriff, captain, I mean, they've seen you driving, we gotta get you.
One of the cons to small town living is that everybody knows each other, including the cops.
That's for real though. I used to live in a small town called Hickman County. Everybody knew everybody's business. I hated that so much. I want my own space, my own privacy. I don't want nobody in my business. I'm good on all that.
The town sheriff claims to have seen Buck driving his Chevy pickup, but nearly every cop in town knows he doesn't have his license. So what else is there for Buck to do to try and explain his way out of it?
I'm telling you, I'm just trying to tell you something. Listen, if you listen.
I'm just trying to tell you something, boss. Come on, man. Just hear me out real quick.
I'm telling you, I'm just trying to tell you something. Listen, if you listen to me. The person that was driving this truck just jumped out of the fucking over there on goddamn Lake Morality, and goddamn, I had no other way to get it here, buddy. I swear to God, I'm not going to drive it no more. I promise you.
No, I got to.
God.
I swear to God, dude, somebody done stole her and took off. I just had to get her back, boss. I swear, believe me.
God damn, Michael, please.
31 to 20.
on,
You
Michael.
took one this way.
That's crazy, bro.
It gotta be so awkward knowing everybody and then having to arrest people. They try to guilt trip you. Hell no.
That's crazy, bro. I just passed it.
You just passed him?
Yeah, on
he didn't
67.
turn around?
No, he didn't. I swear to God, he didn't. Michael, I just swear to God, if you listen to me, bro, I swear to God.
I'm about to right now, sure. If he's stating someone jumped out behind the wheel.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get my truck home. That's it.
But
Man, you need to go back to the writer's room with that one, boss. This story sucks. Ain't nobody believing that.
That's it.
Buck,
Bro, I swear to God,
you can't
bro.
get a driver's license in the state of Florida, dude. That's how bad it is.
Buck's story is that his friend was driving his truck, but ditched him out near a lake, leaving him with no option but to drive back home himself. Unfortunately for Buck, though, we are in the 21st century, and the officer reminds him he could have just called someone with a license to drive him back, and that he still broke the law regardless of the circumstances. Predictably, Buck wasn't very happy about this.
He said, hell no, I ain't got time to call nobody, boy. I gotta get on that water. Them fish are waiting for me, boss.
I get it, but man, you still can't drive, bro. Pull it
Right.
off the road and wait till someone has a valid license.
What?
Let's go.
That's crazy, dude. Would you tell him?
Let's go, Buck. I'm not playing this game.
What do you mean? I'm telling you the truth.
Nobody jumped out. Oh, damn it.
Buck's
I
gone.
picked on him on my foot.
Man, I'm trying to tell you
I'm not-
something.
Ain't nobody jumped out, Buck.
Yes, they did. Kevin, did they
Stay
not?
out of this, Kevin.
Did they not? Kevin, back off.
Kevin, you stay out of this.
Said, damn it, Kevin, you better shut your mouth.
Stay out of this, Kevin.
Did they not? Kevin, back off.
Kevin, you stay out of this.
Did they not jump out? Back off, Kevin. God damn, dude.
I'm trying to get respect when you gonna run for me like that. Get up.
Despite the chase not lasting very long at all this did was add an extra charge to Buck's already fairly long list. And given how close everyone seems to be here, you just know this police chase is gonna be the talk of the town.
For real, though, everybody's gonna be talking about his ass.
Part of the struggle on the ground had to be cut, but the cops reported that Buck resisted so hard that they had to deploy a taser to make him calm down.
Damn, he had to fry his own homie. Hell no, Buck, chill out.
The footage returns when Buck was fully restrained and handcuffed. Buck was taken to the officer's patrol vehicle and driven back to the station. Obviously angry, he decided to make the conversation on the way back personal.
I don't talk to you about your mom in this. This is,
I don't give a fuck if you talk to me about my mom or not.
leave my family out of this, dog.
I'm saying is, would she be proud of you for sticking that fucking taser to me when I was not even resisting when you done that?
Oh God, he's trying to guilt trip him. How would your mama feel if she saw you doing this to me? We grew up together. She's known me since I was way big, man. Come on, why would you do this to me?
You were resisting.
What the fuck out? What? You had me.
Yeah, that's why we had each other in headlocks. Whatever. Look,
I wish we had the wide angle vision so we could actually see what was going on.
look, Buck. Yeah. Stop bringing my mama into it.
Don't be talking about my mama now. I'm gonna have to put these hands on you.
Stop bringing my mama into it.
There's little information about what happened to Buck after this video, but it's likely he was charged with driving without a license and resisting arrest. There's an argument that Buck could also be hit with fleeing to elude an officer, but this is a felony that comes with a 5-year prison sentence. It's more likely the officer gave his friend the misdemeanor charge worth just a couple months in jail.
Yeah, hopefully Buck didn't get those 5 years. I mean, he's dumb as hell, but hopefully his homie wasn't that petty.
It's unlikely the suspects in this next case got the same treatments, though, as it wasn't just a civilian caught breaking the law, but also their cop friend.
Hello. How you doing? Reason I stopped you is your right brake light is out. Who do you work for?
So did you stop me because my right brake light is out?
Yes.
Or did you stop me to ask me who I work for?
Well, I'm asking you both.
DCS.
What?
DCS.
DCS.
Working for the
DCS.
kids.
You don't know what
Department of
DCS?
Children's Services?
As he mentioned, the suspect named Petra Edgerton was originally pulled over for a broken brake light, but the officer quickly noticed something else, a police badge around Petra's neck.
I was about to pause the video and say the same thing. I was like, is that a badge? I can't really tell.
Firstly, this cop doesn't recognize the supposed officer, but it's also unusual to see a police officer driving around in a broken car. Something feels off, so the cop decides to investigate further.
See your license then? Do you have your badge on you? Like your ID badge?
I badge for.
Being a police officer.
See, this is what's conflicting. You're asking me all those questions.
Right.
You're saying you stopped me for my right brake light.
So, if you're a police officer, you understand what probable cause is, right?
So what's the problem with that?
Your right brake light's out.
My right brake light wasn't out when you followed me out of the gas station.
Yeah, it is. It's out right now.
The car wasn't even on when you followed me out of the
Doesn't
gas
matter. You're driving with a brake light out on the streets, so it's an
station.
equipment
Okay, you
violation.
followed me out of the gas station.
I saw it when you were pulling out.
At this point, the brake light issue is the least of the cops' worries. It's difficult to classify what exactly an off-duty officer is supposed to act like, but something about Petra is triggering alarm bells for the cop.
She out here being shady as hell.
She's acting defensive, being closed off, and giving strange, vague answers to questions that a real cop would be able to answer. So it's time to quit the games and figure out exactly what's going on here.
Look, long story short, I just want to know who you work for.
And that's the issue. Why do you want to know who I work for?
You
Because
wearing a badge.
I've never seen you around here before. You're not a police officer that works here.
You don't know who I am.
That's
You
right.
said you never seen me.
Right. So, are you a police officer or are you not a police officer?
So because a black person walks into a store with a badge and a
God.
gun, it's an issue.
That has
But
nothing to do
never
with you
seen
being
me.
black. Are you a police officer or you're not a police
I'm not a
officer?
police officer.
You're not a police officer? So why would you go into Quick Trip and get free food with your badge and gun?
She out here trying to get them free food loopholes. Hell no.
Because I'm an officer. You don't have to be a police officer to go in there. I've been doing it for 3 years.
So you're not a
3
you're not a
years?
certified police
It's
officer.
not probable cause. It's a personal thing.
There are a dozen ways for a cop to prove that they work for a certain agency. For example, she could give the name of her department and supervisor and have the cop
For
check
real.
the names with them. This would only take a couple minutes, and any real cop would know this, so the fact that she's getting defensive instead and turning this into a personal thing is a huge red flag.
Yeah, she acting real shady out here scheming.
It's also clear that Petra doesn't seem to realize what she actually did wrong. Just minutes earlier, she was seen inside the store presenting her badge and gun to the cashier and walking out with
God.
free food. This isn't just cop impersonation, it's theft. So the cop needs to get to the bottom of this.
I can't believe she's been doing that for 3 years. And why would you admit to that? Like, I swear these people have zero common sense.
Did I steal from
Are you
Quick Trip?
yeah, if you're not a police
I
officer.
did not steal from Quick Trip. I went up to the register, spoke to the guy that works there, and told him I had his drink.
So you're presenting yourself as a police officer with your badge and your gun on the side.
Okay,
Do you understand that?
I do understand that. But my issue with you is, you've seen that. You say because you've never seen me before.
So
And
who do you work
followed
for?
me out of the store.
Who do you work for?
Are you
Who is
pulling me
DCS?
over? How long have you been working?
12 years, 13
So
years.
How do you not know what DCS is?
There's, like I said, is it Department of Children's Services? What is it? Explain it to me.
I
Okay. Can you see your license?
Since he's getting nothing out of Pectra, the cop decides to call up DCS himself, and his suspicions get instantly confirmed.
Who's your supervisor?
What do they have to do with my brake light?
What it has to do with is you told me you're a police officer, or you're an officer for DCS. I've got DCS on the phone. They say you don't work there. So who
Is this going to be the guy that she knows? Because I don't think this cop knows her. I don't know.
You're an officer for DCS. I've got DCS on the phone. They say you don't work there. So who's your supervisor?
It seems that the suspect knows at least something about policing, as she chooses to remain silent from now on. So the cop turns his attention to the passenger of this vehicle, who at this point hasn't said a word. When he asks for her ID, he gets a huge surprise.
I was wondering, I was like, do these people know each other? It don't seem like it, but I didn't even realize there was somebody in the passenger seat, to be honest with you.
I have one of your employees here, Brandy Green. She was with her friend, Pectra Edgerton. Brandy decided that she was going to give Pectra her badge and her gun to go into Quick Trip and get some food.
Why would she give her homie her badge and her gun to go do it? Why wouldn't she just do it by herself? It don't make no sense to me. I don't know.
Go into Quick Trip and get some food. So I pulled them over for a broken tail light. Pectra was driving. She had the badge on and the gun on. When I pulled them over, she identified herself as a DCS officer and then later admitted to not being a DCS officer. And your employee, Brandy Green, admitted to giving her the gun and the badge to go into Quick Trip to get the free food.
After investigating just a little further, both Pectra and the actual cop, Brandy Green, admit to everything. Following the incident, Brandy resigned from her job at the DCS, and Pectra is facing felony charges for impersonation, carrying a sentence of up to 5 years in prison.
5 years in prison? Like, you would have got a lesser charge if you would have just went in there and stole it. But look at this young, clean-cut gentleman over here. This picture's crazy. I can't imagine going to prison for 5 years over some gas station food, dude. Just like, that's probably like $5. You could have just paid that real quick. Or like I said, you could have just stole it and got a lesser charge.
There's many more examples of these cops that seem to just forget they also need to follow the rules, just like Corporal Scott Bertzik did on New Year's Day 2021. When Officer Brooke Shutterly arrived at the scene of a car crash, she realized it wasn't just her supervisor at the wheel, but a good friend of hers.
So,
Reached out for my lighter, slammed into his ass.
cool.
Yeah, not really.
Not really.
Yeah, it don't seem like he's having the best time.
Slammed into his ass.
Cool.
Yeah, not really.
Not really. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Your car's fucked up.
No, absolutely. Which I just fucking fixed.
Well, she ain't going nowhere now, boss.
Obviously, Brooke and Scott are familiar with each other, and curiously, Scott holds nothing back when describing exactly how the incident went down. It's clear that Scott is the one at fault here, so before going any further, Brooke decides to call back to the base to ask whether or not it's okay for her to be handling this incident.
This crash, Birdie, come work it? Okay. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've worked a crash with one of us in it, so... No, he's not on duty. He's in his POV. I just didn't want there to be any, like, conflict of interest type issues.
Yeah, I bet it's awkward as hell whenever you have to arrest your homie, especially somebody you work with that's also a cop. I could see that getting a little weird.
Type issues. Alright, that was it. I just want to make sure. Alright, bye.
Damn it, Birdie.
Brooke is given the go-ahead and told that there should be no issues with her handling this case, but that was before she noticed this.
You good?
Wait.
Huh?
Wait on his way.
He's not coming.
That boy drunk.
Walking home, but yep, I'm good.
So, Birdie, you giving me some indicators?
Oh,
Listen.
good woman.
Listen. Valdez is coming out just to... I'm not going to lie to you about it.
She's on her way?
Yeah, she's on her way. I'm not really comfortable with this whole thing at all, but I'm not going to lie to you about it.
Oh no, I don't mean to put you in that Indy.
Yeah, he can't even get his words out. He's definitely hammered.
Put you in that Indy. Yep.
From now on, you know how it goes. You can't consume anything, okay? Because right now you're being detained.
Wait, what?
It's obvious that Scott is under the influence of something, judging by his slurred speech, slowed reactions, and slight loss of motor control. Brooke is fairly sure he's been drinking. At this point, Scott is no longer her supervisor. He's just a suspect in a case, and what's more, he's drunk and likely unpredictable, a combination which can be incredibly threatening to a female officer.
Especially if they know you, they feel like they can probably get away with a lot more, so he might try to do something, so understandable, I guess.
Please don't make my life difficult.
I would never do that to you.
Okay, I'm very uncomfortable right now.
And I apologize for putting you in that position. Are you on?
Awkward.
Yes, I am. And I'm going to remain on for integrity.
He's like, damn it, she's following the law, just like they taught us at work. You should already know this, Birdie. You can't be out here doing all this.
You know you can't smoke right now.
Why?
Because if I'm going to do a DUI investigation, it impedes it, so you can't consume anything.
He said, damn it, I just need a puff, man. I'm stressed out.
I want to get that dog. This is a cute dog.
He drunk as hell, about to get arrested for a DUI, but he's just scrolling, looking at dog pics. Hell yeah, brother. Got my dog right here with me. Look at her. I think I just pissed her off. She was sleeping.
I want to get that dog. This is a really cute dog.
Fear aggression issue.
You can always train a dog. You can't consume anything. You're killing me.
Sparking it.
Trying.
But too late now.
Exactly what I said before. See, he feels like he can get away with more because they're homies. Damn it, Birdie.
After a short wait, another officer arrives at the scene, meaning they can finally start getting to the bottom of all of this with some sobriety tests. These lasted over 10 minutes, but it's not hard to tell how they went by just looking at a few seconds of them.
You may begin the test.
Come on, Bert, you got this.
2,
Never mind.
3.
He's faded, for sure.
Judging by this and the overwhelming amounts of evidence against him at this point, the officers thought it was safe to conclude that Scott had been drinking that night and decided it was time to put him in cuffs.
Looked like old Birdie was out here surfing for a second there.
The officers thought it was safe to conclude that Scott had been drinking that night and decided it was time to put him in cuffs. Something he was far from happy about.
There's things that we can do to fix this, but
Oh, Bert, don't cry.
Fucking everything.
It's got the hinge locks. Okay.
could they go?
Despite Scott being one of the most polite and respectful suspects ever on this channel, he was actually hit with a better sentence than the majority of criminal cops.
Damn.
After blowing a .156 back at the station, he was charged with driving under the influence and damaging property. He was ordered to pay just under $1,000 in fines, serve 50 hours of community service, and take multiple substance abuse and DUI classes, and had his driver's license suspended for 6 months.
Damn it, Bert, you could have avoided all of this. Just call it damn Uber.
He was also sued by the driver of the vehicle he hit, and a cash settlement was reached. And on top of all of that, he also was suspended without pay for a week and given a last chance agreement, meaning one more slip up and he was out for good.
This is your last chance, Birdie. You better make it count. But anyways, if y'all enjoy these videos, leave a like, share it with y'all's homies, and click on some videos over here. But other than that, I guess we out of here. Peace.